My name is Samantha Blau. I'm a co-chair of the Baltimore Leadership Council, and I have been involved with JUFJ since 2016 when I attended my very first House meeting. I'm happy to be introducing this video that will highlight some of JUFJ's work in Baltimore over the past year.
My name is Lauren Kelleher. I've been involved in JUFJ since 2020 when I worked with the state team on police reform efforts.
My name is Ethan Hasek. I have been involved in JUFJ since 2018, and I was a 2020 Jeremiah Fellow. Lauren and I co-chair the Baltimore Action Team. When we recorded last year's Heschel Vision Awards update for Baltimore, we didn't yet know that Baltimore voters would decisively vote in support of two of our campaign priorities: a more democratic Baltimore city budget process that will let the city council determine how money is allocated, and a fair elections bill for Baltimore County, which will create publicly funded county elections.
When Baltimore City voted yes on question H last November, it was the next step toward a people-driven budget process that we continue to fight for today alongside our partners in the campaign for justice, safety, and jobs. JUFJers testified at several budget hearings in 2021, advocating for a reduced police budget and investments in over-policed communities. We also hosted an educational series focused on peeling back the curtain on how Baltimore city government works, and particularly the city budget process. And dozens of JUFJers met with their city council members to advocate for our priorities and deepen our relationships with our representatives. We will continue to work with our partners this year on winning a participatory budgeting process.
The Baltimore Police Department is currently a state agency, not a city agency, which makes it very hard for the people of Baltimore to change policing in our city. Our coalition's work to return BPD to local control took a couple of important steps forward this year, when the General Assembly passed a bill creating an advisory board on restoring local control, which 4 members of the Campaign for Justice, Safety, and Jobs were named to. The legislation also lays out a path and timeline to end state control of the BPD.
When Baltimore County voted yes on question A, it moved the county closer to the kinds of people-first electoral campaigns that let everyday residents shape elections, not just wealthy donors. JUFJ has advocated for fair elections programs in Baltimore City, DC, and Montgomery County, and we're glad to see Baltimore County join the push for a more democratic democracy.
Over the past year, we have ramped up our work on renters' rights with the Baltimore Renters United Coalition. We and our partners made Baltimore the 7th city in the country to pass legislation guaranteeing all renters access to a lawyer when facing eviction, and had several other legislative wins that increased protections for renters, especially during the pandemic. The most intense opposition overcome by our coalition concerned a bill that would have let predatory lenders take advantage of renters in Baltimore City. We were thrilled that the legislation was vetoed by Mayor Brandon Scott.
In September, the council and mayor came up with a better solution for unaffordable security deposits, a fund to provide low-income renters with up to $2,000. In the face of global problems that can often seem insurmountable, JUFJ and our partners' local victories in Baltimore help give us hope that a better world is possible. Thank you for working together this year.